Hi. So, I am not an expert, but I really wanted to talk about my personality type. Um, I am an INFJ, and if you don't know what that is, it's part of the Meyers-Briggs type indicator. There's four different areas. My children drew all over this, but it's based off of whether you're more extroverted or introverted, and I get my energy from being alone as much as I love people. Sensing or intuition, whether you're more detail and fact oriented or you like intuition and basing things off of the big picture. I'm more intuition based. Thinking and feeling, whether you're more logic or value based with your decisions. And then judging and perceiving, whether you like making decisions and plans or you like to keep your options open. And I am very into making plans. So, INFJ is one of the rarest personality types. They claim it's between 0.5% of the population and 2%. I've seen different statistics over the years, so who knows. But back in the day, I figured out what I was in high school. I was really interested in my psychology class, and that's partly why I decided to study psychology, is I find people fascinating, and it's just something that's just really cool. I took the test several times throughout the rest of the past 10 years, and it's always been the same. Obviously, my personality hasn't changed. Some people were trying to get the result that I got, and I was really frustrated because they thought it would be unique to be the rarest personality type, but honestly, it's really lonely and isolating thinking that you're one of very few people in the world who think the way that you do. There's some really good traits and some really not so great traits with INFJs. I wanted to kind of talk about them, even though we're super creative, we're gentle and kind-hearted, we're self-directed and really hard workers and empathetic. So that's one good thing with relationships with people, is we use a lot of empathy and we're interested in people and we're very genuine, typically, from my experience. But personality traits that I personally just struggle with as an INFJ is I'm too idealistic. I have really high expectations for myself and for the people that I care about. I'm crazy stubborn and I'm a perfectionist. Seriously, I have done at least 30 takes of this video and deleted every single one of them. I just think I'm boring, or I lose my train of thought and I'm like, I can't start over, or I don't know. I really struggle with being too perfectionistic, and I just always want to be better or do better. I have a hard time handling criticism and negativity. Not even criticism, but just I can't handle fighting. I have a hard time with people who are sad or are upset, and they're not even upset with me. It's just I take on other people's emotions, and so that's something that I struggle with. And the funny thing is, the title for INFJ is the counselor. So you have someone who is great with people in certain regards, but then they get worn out, they get burnout, and they lose their energy, and they take on the feelings of other people. So it's something that I've struggled with deciding what I wanted to do career-wise, is I don't think there are very many good, successful careers that INFJs can have, because they're so perfectionistic and don't handle criticism, and then they work hard, so people take advantage of their hard work ethic, and they're creative, but nothing's good enough, and they're constantly like trying to be better and not satisfied with the work that they do. And as we all know, most creative professions, it's hard to be financially successful and make a living off of it. So those are some things that I don't really like about my personality. We're very internal. We're always thinking about how things make us feel and overthinking scenarios. I love daydreaming. I'm a big daydreamer, and it's really funny. I'll like come up with like exciting stuff in my head, but also just I overthink situations or things how I would do them differently, which it's a waste of my energy and time, and I know that, but I do it anyways. I burn out really easily. It's hard for me to take care of myself because I'm so focused on the big picture of, oh, I want to achieve this goal. And so then I forget about the little things like, oh, I need to eat, or I need to, I don't know, do laundry or whatever, which it's just... Actually, I never forget to do the laundry because I have 2 kids and a husband, and I'm always doing laundry. But I do actually neglect eating, and so that is something that it's just, oh my goodness. Honestly, INFJ is a really difficult personality to have, and it's hard to express myself and talk about myself. I'm worrying that I'm boring people. I like having legitimate, honest conversations with people, and I don't like superficial relationships, and I place a lot of meaning on my interactions with people, and so it's quite an interesting combination of just traits that I have. I think part of who I am is like just empathy mixed with my INFJ. I don't know if people are as empathetic as I am, but I just take it to the extreme. And I also have been wondering, are INFJs more prone to things like depression or suicide just because they're so intense and it's easy for them to get bogged down by the negativity in life and to feel so isolated and alone and misunderstood. So, yeah, I could talk about it for a really long time, but I was just like, oh my goodness. I tried to make a video about this 5 years ago in 2013, and it was really boring. It's still up. It's part of my daily vlogs in the summer, and I was sick, and my camera like corrupted and got rid of the data, and then my editing program crashed, and so I had to start over, and I ended up just blabbing about it for a minute. But I also got a subscriber lately who is an INFJ, and he makes videos about being an INFJ, and I was like, oh, I really have been pushing myself to make this for a long time. But you know what? If I'm boring people, they can just stop watching. I found it really fascinating. Yeah, it's seriously part of the reason why I went into psychology, is just people are pretty cool. Pretty terrible, but pretty cool. So I'm exhausted, so I'm gonna get going. But if you're an INFJ, you should let me know. Are you more prone to like being a sad face? And if you are working, have you found a career that you enjoy? And if you're a different personality type, you should tell me what personality type you are. My husband is an ENFP, and according to one of the many personality websites, we're compatible. We actually do work very well as a team together, and I think our different traits really complement each other, that he's very understanding and caring in a way that he helps support me through my intensity. But yeah, so all right, I'll see you guys later.